Welcome back, Wogglers. So we're still talking about workflows, and in this video we're going to talk about how and why you might want to trigger a custom function via a workflow. So you might say to me, why do I need to do this, Jessica? A custom function, Zoho can do everything. Well, yes, Zoho can do everything, but occasionally there are things that Zoho can't do out of the box, but you can write a custom function to make those things happen. Let's go over to our workflow and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so click that setup gear in the top right corner underneath automation workflow rules. Now let's say, for example, we at our company have a very specific way that we want deal names formatted. And humans are humans, so we want to write a workflow that will automatically update all deal names after they're created. That way we know they're in the right format and our people who are inputting the information don't have to worry about whether or not they added a space or a dash in the right spot. So we already wrote a custom function that will do that. And now all we need to do is associate it to this workflow. So when a deal is created, so long as it's not closed won or closed lost, we're going to click an action. See, this workflow is doing other things, but we're going to click action and then function. So you've got a couple of options here. First, there's the gallery. These are pre-made functions that Zoho and other partners have put together that you can use. Perhaps what you are trying to do specifically is in there, and so you can go ahead and use one of the pre-made functions. Or we have functions that are created by users in your organization. So we've already created our function, so that's what we're going to click on. And then the last one is write your own. So let's say, for example, you knew exactly when you wanted to trigger this function to happen, but you just hadn't written it yet. You can do write your own, and that will open up a programming screen where you can go ahead and write your function in Deluge. So we're going to choose the created by users in your organization option. And then what it's going to do next is it's going to give you a list of all of the already created functions in your system that you could trigger at this point. And so now we have our format deal name, and that's exactly what we want. Hit configure. And so now what's happening is it's bringing you to another page where it's showing you the argument mapping. So here, what we need to do is we need to map these arguments. Now what these arguments are variables that will tell the function where to look for information, or even sometimes exactly the information that it needs in order to do what it's trying to do. So what's great about this is we hit our little pound sign and then we can pull in information. This particular one is being triggered by the deals record. So we're going to say it's a deal, and the variable that we want is the ID. So the deal ID. Then we hit done. All right, so that's our first record ID mapped. And the next one is the account name. So we're going to go ahead and hit that. We're going to go to accounts, and then we'll do account name. Done. So because this workflow is triggered based off of the deal record, it's going to grab the account name from the account that's associated to that deal record. So that's where it's pulling that from. And all right, there you go. Then after you've mapped all your arguments, hit save and associate. And voila, now that function will get triggered as an instant action every time a deal is created. So now your sales person is going real fast. They just put in a deal name that's like, I'm doing this thing, and they fill out the rest of the information. They hit save. That will trigger this workflow, and then it will automatically format the deal name to the one that you want as a company. And there you go. Hit that bottom save blue button, and you're off to the races. See you in the next video. Woggle woggle.